Hey guys, as I film this, it's currently Saturday, February 16th, 2019, and you can probably see right next to me this massive bobblehead. The reason I have this bobblehead is because of the National Bobblehead Hall of Fame and Museum, so I gotta give them a major league shout out and thank you for sending me this bobblehead. I am a diehard Cincinnati Reds fan. You probably all know that from watching my videos, all the Reds and Bengals and SEC decorum in my background. They reached out to me and they sent me this quadruple Cincinnati Reds bobblehead produced by Forever Collectibles. It has all four mascots on this thing: Mr. Redlegs, Mr. Red, Rosie Red, and Gapper. And this video would not be possible without them. So thank you very much to the National Bobblehead Hall of Fame and Museum for sending me this awesome bobblehead. And without any further ado, let's unbox this thing and see how it looks. So the box itself is massive. It reminds me of like one of those giant cereal boxes you see in stores. And it's got the what the bobblehead looks like on the front. You can see all four mascots: Mr. Redlegs, Mr. Red, Gapper, and Rosie. It says mascot bobble on the bottom, and on the top it has the Reds logo with the Major League Baseball logo, and it says it's got the official MLB sticker right there. On this side we got a silhouette of a player with the Foco logo on the bottom. The back, you have another silhouette. It says find your fanhood at foco.com. Here we have another silhouette of a player with the Foco logo. The bottom has distributed by Foco and some other stuff, and the top says mascots bobble. So yeah, the National Bobblehead Hall of Fame and Museum, I believe, just released these bobbleheads. They are a fantastic source to get your bobbleheads and to check out bobbleheads in general. I myself have gotten a couple bobbleheads from the National Bobblehead Hall of Fame and Museum. I have the Sister Jean Loyola bobblehead they made after Loyola made that run in the Final Four. I also have the Cincinnati Reds Scooter Jeanette bobblehead when he hit 4 home runs in one game. And let me get this bobblehead out of the styrofoam, and I will show you guys what this quadruple bobblehead of the 4 Reds mascots looks like. And it's actually a great way to celebrate the Reds' 150th anniversary season by having all 4 mascots on one bobblehead. And if you're a diehard Reds fan like myself, this is a must-have for your collection. Okay, so we got the styrofoam out of the box. I'll put the box back here so you can see what it looks like. And we got a couple pieces of styrofoam right here, so I'll put this on the ground. And we got the base and a couple bats on top. So the base itself is pretty solid. It's got some good weight to it. And we're gonna have to screw the 4 mascots in here. So here's what the base looks like. It's the Reds logo, very cool looking. The back says Foco, Legend of the Diamond. Has a picture of all 4 Reds mascots, and I have number 150 out of 1,000. Very, very cool. So this is what the back of the base looks like. Here's what the front of the base looks like. We'll put that over here. And we got a couple baseball bats. We got a light brown, yellowish bat, and a darker brown looking baseball bat right there. And we'll open up the next layer of styrofoam. See what we have underneath. We have all 4 of the mascots. Wow, we got Rosie, Gapper, and Mr. Redlegs and Mr. Red. So, ladies first, let's get up Rosie here out of the styrofoam. Okay, so here is Rosie Red, the female mascot of the Reds quartet or quad of bobbleheads. So here she is, Rosie Red right here. She still has the styrofoam around her neck. I'll get that off in a little bit. Has her skirt. The back says Rosie Red right there. So yeah, very, very good looking Rosie Red bobble that needs to be screwed onto the base. After Rosie, we have Gapper. And this is actually my very first bobblehead of Gapper in any form. I have a Rosie Red bobblehead that the Reds gave out last year. I have a Mr. Red bobblehead that was given out as a credit card promotion in 2002, and I have a couple different variations of Mr. Redlegs in my collection, but no Gapper, so I'm very, very excited to finally get Gapper in my collection. Here he is. If you don't know who Gapper is, he's the Muppet looking guy of the bunch, so here he is. Got his red and yellow and blue face right there. He's got his backwards hat, and yeah, here's what the back of Gapper looks like. Very, very cool. So that is Gapper in bobblehead form. He goes onto the base as well. And then coming up next, we got Mr. Red in a red jersey. The red jersey is what the Reds wear on pretty much afternoon games. It's their alternate home uni. So I'm going to get Mr. Red out of the plastic and see what he looks like. Got Mr. Red here. Got his red alternate jersey, Reds logo on the chest. Got the white pants, red hats, waving, saying hello. And then we have Mr. Red Legs on his sleeve. You can kind of see it right there. So yeah, very, very good looking Mr. Red bobblehead. And then last but not least, the one that started it all for my beloved Cincinnati Red Legs, it's Mr. Red Legs himself. Let me get him out of the box and out of the plastic. And here we go, we got Mr. Red Legs right here in a traditional home white uniform with the old school baseball cap. His trademark mustache, the Reds logo right there, and yeah, Mr. Red Legs in bobblehead form. So I'm going to have to screw in all 4 of these guys into the base, and I'll show you guys what the finished product looks like once all 4 of the bobbleheads are in the base. Okay, so I got the bobbleheads onto the base, and this thing is gorgeous. This might be the best looking Cincinnati Reds bobblehead I have ever seen. We got all 4 mascots on the base, and it looks incredible. Gapper, Mr. Red Legs, and Rosie. Quadruple bobblehead. This is amazing, and it could not have come out at a better time. Spring training just started. The Reds are celebrating their 150th anniversary season. You got a amazing bobblehead, all 4 of the team's mascots on there. If you're a Reds fan, a bobblehead fan, or a baseball fan in general, you need to get your hands on this bobblehead. This is baseball history right here in the palm of my hand. It is incredible to see all 4 of my favorite baseball team's mascots on one bobblehead, a quadruple bobblehead, the first quadruple bobblehead I have in my collection. And again, I have to thank the National Bobblehead Hall of Fame and Museum for reaching out to me, for sending me this awesome quadruple bobblehead of Gapper, Mr. Red Legs, and Rosie. Thank you so much. I cannot thank you enough. This is an amazing addition to my collection, and definitely the best looking Reds bobblehead I've ever seen. So thank you very much. There's a link to their website where you can buy this bobblehead in the description below. There's also a link to my website, cincyfanzone.blogspot.com, as well as my Twitter and my Instagram, both at cincyfanzone. Links to all those are in the description below. Go Red Legs. Thank you again, National Bobblehead Hall of Fame and Museum, for this amazing bobblehead. And as always, guys, thanks for watching.